I coined the new title, Chief Vocal Officer. How clever is that?
I'm Corinne, or hi, I live in New York, and I don't know, I guess I'm an actor, but I won't say voice actor, because I encompass all kinds of acting. And that's it.
Yay.
Yay. Well, tell a little about what you've done, and a little.
I've been working in the industry for almost 10 years now. I'm a little congested. Normally I sound like a 5-year-old. Today I'm about 9. Let's see, what are some shows that I've worked on? Full Metal Alchemist, or on High School Host Club, Shin Chan, lots of stuff on Cartoon Network stuff.
Not anymore.
Some of it's still on Trinity Blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had the extreme privilege and honor of being cast in the role of Nova in seasons 1 and 2 of Star Blazers, and I share the stage with a fellow Nova.
I did the third one. I did, my famous one is Speed Racer, and the movie was out lately, and I did a little weenie line as a woman announcer at the end, and Peter Fernandez, who we originated Speed Racer, he's here and he'll be here later. But I did a lot of the classics, and I want you to know, we never got any residuals because they hadn't invented them. But, you know, just coming to this convention gives us lots of love, and that's something you can't buy.
That's it. That's it.
Last night they showed a whole bunch of shows I'd been in. I did Gamera the Giant Turtle, and things I'd forgotten. They were so funny. And I thought, oh, I did that. Puss in Boots, strange things. Ultraman. I love that show. They had a monster every week, and they had a very low budget. So the monster would dress up in cardboard or something, and he would wear little Japanese feet with little Japanese shoes. And he didn't have monster feet at all. And the underwater scenes were shot in a fish tank.
This business is a lot of illusion. Very little is what it appears to be.
My 4-year-old nephew loves the show. He thinks it's great, but if you're over 4, you're in trouble. Oh, so you do a lot on Turner Network right here in Atlanta.
Well, they just kind of pick up stuff. We do it all out of Texas. I'm Texas based, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's kind of nice not having to be on, as much as I'd love to be in New York.
Do you know, I am so lucky. I am blessed by being there because I do a lot of volunteer work for actors. Like if an actor's wife's having a baby and they don't have money, we pay for it, the Actors Guild. And hooray, yeah. People, you know, I'm going to tell you about acting. You're never going to get rich unless it's a miracle. Because the average salary for an actor is $5,000 a year. And 80% are out of work at all times. So it's 1%, like the movie stars who make money, and the rest of us struggle. And that's something you should know if you're going into the business,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
You go.
You know, acting is something that you do because you cannot do anything else. You have to do it because you love it.
It's a passion.
There are many wonderful artists and performers and you know, various people in the business who do make a very good living in this business. But you can't, you know, you have to be really, you kind of have to keep your feet on the ground if you're looking to pursue this as a career. Because this you know, sitting up here and sharing our experiences with everybody and being glamorous and being asked for our autograph and all this kind of stuff, you know, there was a time when before all of this happened, you know, when we were first starting and whatnot, and you really never know where it's going to lead you. And sometimes there's a whole lot of disappointment. So you have to kind of be ready for that and have a real thick skin. The old saying, you don't have to be crazy to do this, but it helps.
Yes, indeed.
This business, you do have to be certifiably insane.
We all agree on that.
Who would willingly do that?
Amy, Liz, where do you live? Tell them where you live.
In Virginia.
And I'm in New York, and you're in?
Dallas.
How about, isn't that great? So you get a perspective from all parts of the country,
Yeah.
which is really good. And they used to have the centers where LA and New York for commercials and acting and all that. But with technology, you could shoot in your living room and get as good quality as we ever did before. So now there is no center. It's anywhere.
It's all over the place.
And some of it's fun. Now, when I did cartoons, and we had a group of actors, we had so much fun, and we became friends because we were there week after week. Now you go in, I did shows with people I've never met. They splice you out, you do your part. When I did the Disney things, you know, and the director says, say hello, and I said, is he next to me or across the lake? Right. Like peanut butter and jelly.
Is he mad?
Yeah, I was a raccoon or no, a Shirley duck, I don't know. And I didn't know what to say, hello or hello. You know, I didn't know what to do. So the director's important, and you do each line 3 times, and you leave, and you feel isolated. Yeah. There's no one you've seen, and you don't know who's playing the other parts, and it's, I don't like it. Directors like it, I hate it.
That's kind of how we do everything in Texas with the anime stuff now, is you go in individually and do everything by yourself, which can be kind of lonely.
Isolating. It's isolating. I found that I was getting very lonely, so I started taking courses of anything to keep my balance in life, you know. And I've studied mineralogy, rocks. I love going digging for rocks. Not so much anymore. I dig with my Visa card and I buy. It's easier. And I belong to the Noel Coward Society and all kinds of theater things. So you meet people and you're out there. Otherwise, it's so isolating, and it gets too enclosed. Too enclosed.
It helps
Well, you're
to
married.
have a support group. Yes, I am.
She's got
I
the
met
most wonderful husband.
Where is he?
And he's gorgeous. He's drop dead gorgeous.
With my darling. We met at this very event 10 years ago.
Aww.
Isn't that a beautiful romantic story?
It really is.
I think I was there when you met him. I haven't
believe
been
you
here
were.
in 10 years. Oh my gosh! And we
got married officially for 8, and you know, this is Love Town. My folks met here, and I met my husband here. And
I'm waiting.
I know. And you're going, wait, hello, hello, Love Town.
But it's such a wonderful feeling here because we adore you guys and you seem to like us. And I just feel like surrounded by love and caring, and it makes me very happy.
Yeah.
And you know, Amy, I haven't seen her in years, but it's like back to square one. And same with my wonderful friends here. And it's like we have that understanding, having been in the horrors of the business.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But, you know, in my work, and I'm sure this is true of all of us, you work, and then it stops. And 3 months, the phone doesn't ring. You think, what's happened to me? Have I lost my talent?
Yeah.
And then boing, you get a job, then nothing. Then boing, nothing. And you have to adapt to that. And boy, it is not easy. You learn to be flexible, and you must put a happiness chip in your brain to say, it's going to get better. And it will. You've got to have a positive outlook.
That's right. You almost have to get to sort of mentally, you almost have to